Woo! Farts are real gas. Doesn't matter where you're from, farts are funny, I tell you what. Whew. Turns out you can do more with that broken wind than just creating giggles and stench.
Oh God, yeah.
Woo! Take a deep breath, cause it's time to clear the air. About 17 things you can do with a fart.
Number 17. Collect and study it.
Michael Levitt is a scientist who studies gut gases. He puts tubes into patients' rectums to collect their farts and examine them. He found that most folks fart between 3 to 9 times every 4 hours, with an average volume of 100 milliliters per toot. Professor Hiroki Oge at Hiroshima University is also studying fart gases. He is working towards using farts to discover warning signs of various diseases.
That's some really deep analysis. Number 16. Try to hide it.
The Sound Princess is a Japanese device intended for use in public washrooms. It makes the sound of a flushing toilet to cover up all your farts and other disgusting bum noises. Special fart-resistant pillows are also for sale in Japan. They use foam to muffle fart noises and activated charcoal to capture the odor. Even fart-absorbent underwear are available. They are designed by Professor Hiroki Oge, the fart analyzer from Number 17.
Silent but not deadly. Number 15. Light it on fire.
The hydrogen in farts makes them highly flammable. Igniting a fart is called pyroflatulence, commonly known as a blue angel. An amazing example of pyroflatulence appears in the film Jackass Forever. Johnny Knoxville manages to capture a large fart bubble underwater, then ignites it for an incredible explosion. Pyroflatulence can be fun, but sometimes it can be dangerous. In 2016, a patient farted during laser surgery on her cervix. The laser ignited her butt gas, which then set the surgical drape alight. Sadly, she ended up with severe burns.
You burned yourself to death by lighting your fart.
I sure did, fella.
Sounds like she had hot cross buns. Talk about gaslighting. Number 14. Fake one for fun.
Whoopee cushions date back to ancient times. The first ones were usually made with animal bladders. A Roman emperor named Elagabalus was known to use one to play pranks on his guests. The modern rubber whoopee cushion was invented in Toronto in the 1930s. Earlier names for the whoopee cushion included the poo-poo cushion and the boop-boop-a-doop. Actress Whoopi Goldberg got her name from the whoopee cushion because she was known as such a prolific farter.
Whoopee cushion jokes are really having a gas. Number 13. Sell it as an NFT.
Ex-reality star Stephanie Mato claimed that she was making mad cash selling jars of her farts online. Then she went to hospital for farting too much. After tons of free media coverage, it turns out she probably faked the whole thing. She was just trying to promote sales of her fart jar NFTs. Mato isn't the only one who has tried to combine farts and NFTs for fun and profit. In 2021, Brooklyn artist Alex Ramirez Malice managed to sell NFTs of recordings of he and his friends breaking wind. The full hour-long recording was titled The Year of Farts Master Collection.
Now I've heard of shitting money, but these folks have definitely mastered the fart of the deal. Number 12. Make an ancient joke.
The oldest known joke is a 4,000-year-old fart joke from ancient Sumeria. Here's how it goes. What's never been known since times long past. A young woman who does not fart when her husband holds her. Have our fart jokes really gotten better any since then?
Even in ancient times, people had a sense of humor.
If you're enjoying the video, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Number 11. Prank Tony Soprano.
Lorraine Bracco once pranked James Gandolfini with farts while filming The Sopranos. Bracco played Dr. Melfi. One day, she taped the fart machine under her chair and told Gandolfini that she wasn't feeling well. An accomplice set off the machine every time she clenched in her chair. Gandolfini thought he was being pranked, but despite searching, he couldn't find the cleverly hidden prop.
You twisted fucking bitch. You gotta be a real wise guy to make Tony Soprano the butt of the joke. Bada bing!
Number 10. Start a deadly riot.
A Roman soldier once started a riot by farting towards a huge crowd of Jewish worshippers during Passover. Jewish historian Josephus described it like this. One of the soldiers pulled back his garment, turned his ass to the Jews, and spoke the words you might expect with such a posture. People started throwing stones at the soldier, and it quickly grew into a massive riot.
Holy shit, that kid's got an arm.
Reportedly, over 10,000 people were killed in the throng once Roman reinforcements arrived.
That was a real blast from the past. Number 9. Collected from a cow.
Special backpacks have been developed to capture cow farts. They have a tube which extends into the cow's bum and up its digestive tract. Another model has a tube that goes into a port on the cow's side and collects the gas straight from the stomach. A single backpack can collect and store up to 300 liters of methane gas farts every day, giving new meaning to the term wind farm. The methane can be sold as fuel instead of being released as greenhouse gas. Cow gases can be useful, but they can also be dangerous. In 2014, a cow shed in Germany exploded when the collected buildup of methane from dairy cows was triggered by a static electric spark.
Now, I don't want to milk the joke, but wasting cow parts would be an utter mistake.
Number 8. Organize fish.
Even though they live underwater, some fish make their own kind of farts. For instance, herrings swallow air from the surface and emit it from their buttholes, a fact we agree smells fishy. Herring use their underwater farts to create unique high-pitched sounds and rapid clicking noises. They use these farts to communicate, so they can synchronize their movements and maintain their school's grid formation. Scientists call these herring noises fast repetitive ticks. That's FRTs for short.
Some fish just fart for the halibut, but when herring fart, they're scenting a message. Number 7. Lose your soul.
Ancient Greek mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras believed your soul was in your breath. Because a fart is kind of a breath, he was very worried about the possibility of farting out your soul. No wonder he also forbade his followers from eating beans.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart? I'd say you've had enough.
Is that what they mean by Pythagoras theorem? Number 6. Fight disease.
Hydrogen sulfide is what gives your farts their potent scent. Studies show that inhaling small amounts of stinky gas actually has health benefits. When the mitochondria in human cells experience stress, the cell creates hydrogen sulfide to help reduce inflammation and restore balance. Inhaling hydrogen sulfide gas has been shown to produce the same beneficial effect. Researchers believe that smelling farts may help reduce the odds of developing ailments like diabetes, heart disease, and dementia.
They should call this Dutch oven therapy. Number 5. Use it to fly.
As far as we know, no one has ever actually succeeded in using their own fart gases to fly. However, some people have researched to see if fart-powered flight is theoretically possible. Adam Savage of Mythbusters once launched a rocket using a simulated fart gas as fuel. The rocket went 34 feet in the air and hit 38 miles per hour. Taking another fart flight angle, YouTuber Matt Pat once analyzed the Wario Waft, the fart-powered attack Wario can perform in some of the Super Smash Bros. Games. In an episode of Game Theory, Matt Pat showed that Wario's farts would have to exert over 13,000 newtons of force. That would be more than enough of a megatoot to tear Mario's gassy arch-rival in two. Matt Pat concluded that the only place farts can exert enough force to move a human around is in outer space. Apparently, after a year in space, average human farts could generate enough momentum for them to reach a velocity of about 18 meters an hour. Cecile Adams at the Straight Dope also analyzed the power of farts. He calculated that you would need to digest 453 tons of lima beans to generate enough butt gas just to budge a human off the launch pad. Adams suggested a more practical solution to the fart-powered travel puzzle: a 30-foot balloon filled with farts that could lift an average human into the air, letting you travel where the wind takes you.
This brings new meaning to the term ass blast. Number 4. Engage in combat.
Massive fart battles are depicted on several classic Japanese art scrolls. The scrolls show warriors eating flatulence-causing foods and blasting butt gas at each other. The most famous fart battle painting is a recreation of an original from 1680. It shows men farting from horseback, synchronized ass gas attacks, powerful farts blasting through walls, and defenders using large fans to protect themselves. Fart combat abilities are also a feature for several video game characters, including Kuma and Panda's Fatal Wind Attack in Tekken, and Bullride Cho's Fire Fart Fatality in Mortal Kombat.
Now that's what I'd call the fart of war. Number 3. Become a famous entertainer.
During the late 1800s, the most well-known and popular performer in Paris was a fart musician named Joseph Pujol. Pujol showed off his incredible sphincter control to huge crowds by playing wind instruments, blowing out candles, and doing fart-based impressions of famous people. Pujol's stage name was Le Potoman, a French word which roughly translates as the fartomaniac. As a child, Pujol was swimming when he discovered he had a unique ability to suck water into his anus and push it out again. As a young man in the army, he would amuse his fellow soldiers by imitating a fountain. He would take in water through his bum and then shoot it high into the air. Pujol eventually realized he could do the same thing with air, and an incredible career of fart performance was born. He was soon under contract with the Moulin Rouge in Paris as their highest paid performer. The only modern performer to compare with Le Potoman is Mr. Methane, a British fart artist. Mr. Methane does farty cover versions of songs and gassy impressions. Although he has appeared on TV several times, Mr. Methane has not achieved the same incredible success as Pujol did. In the 90s, Mr. Methane created a fart-based parody of the Phil Collins song In the Air Tonight. It was titled Curry in the Air Tonight.
I can feel the curry in the air tonight. Oh no.
However, Collins refused to allow the parody to be released. Collins' business manager said, "This is a very serious song, and we cannot see any reason for it to be taken so lightly." Pujol and Mr. Methane had a predecessor back in the Middle Ages. King Henry II of England had a popular court jester known for his butt gas abilities, called Rolandus le Fartier. In modern terms, that would be Roland the Farter. Roland pleased King Henry so much that he was given a manor house and 30 acres in land. In return, Roland was obliged to perform at the king's court for Christmas every year. Specifically, Roland had to perform unum saltum et siffletum et unum bum ballum. That means one jump and whistle and one fart.
This is the ultimate artsy-fartsy. Number 2. Hear messages from a god.
The Innu people of North Quebec believe in a powerful spirit named Mat Shish Kapu. Mat Shish Kapu is the god of farts and is considered the most powerful spirit in the pantheon. He has the power to curse both people and gods with constipation. Every fart is believed to be Mat Shish Kapu speaking an important message. But you need to listen carefully because he can be hard to understand and is also well known to make a lot of jokes.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Who knew you had to pay attention when someone's talking out of their ass? And the number one thing you can do with a fart is just enjoy it.
Most people aren't bothered by the smell of their own farts, but are repelled by the fart smells of others. Blind testing shows that people are able to identify their own farts and often even find their own farts to be appealing. The reason seems to be that we know our own farts do not represent danger, but other fart smells could represent a source of harmful bacteria and pathogens. However, culture and social conditioning also play a role. People who are more anxious and conservative are also typically the most sensitive to such stinky smells.
Enjoying your own farts is what the French call tout sweet.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to get all our exciting lists of interesting things you can do with other things.